what's up everybody? This is Robbie and you're watching Geek Level Asian. Welcome back. I just want to thank everybody for the past few weeks. It seems like everyone has really been digging the videos, and the one that I think really kind of started getting everybody's attention was the where to buy cosplay. So I came up with the idea of why don't we compare a Red Ranger cosplay helmet to the Red Ranger Lightning Collection helmet. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to like and subscribe, and if you're returning, if you'd like to continue supporting me, make sure to also like and subscribe to keep seeing these videos in your notifications. And by subscribing, you also have the opportunity to win my Funko Pop Ultra Zord, and I'll be giving that away at 5,000 subscribers. So, diving right in, I've had this helmet now for a little while, and now this is made by Gorleston Ranger. He's online. You can buy many different types of helmets from him. His commissions are still open, but I believe he just recently said that he's not taking as many commissions in 2021, so make sure to reach out to him soon. This was gifted to me by a friend of mine named Manny, and it's a lovely helmet. It's a great helmet. It has no clips, because this is the Sentai looking one. They're made to look more like the Sentai footage. The American footage is where they started introducing the clips, for those of you who may not realize that. It's got the holes in here. I mean, it's funny because there are breathing holes, but it's not like you can really breathe anyway. I mean, these things, for anyone who's never worn a helmet before, these things are literally like suffocation machines. Any type of claustrophobic fears, or if you are claustrophobic, wearing a helmet's gonna be tough for you. I myself can only keep mine on for maybe 5 minutes and then I gotta take it off. Now the other thing about these cosplay helmets is these were, from what I understand, and again correct me if I'm wrong, these are cast from real show helmets or cast around the same size. Now the reason why I'm mentioning the size is these are tiny. This barely fits on my face, which I have a feeling the Lightning Collection one is going to be a little bit bigger, and we're going to try that out. Now looking back at the actual paint job on this particular one doesn't have any of the black lining around, none of the details, and that's actually, if you look at the old Sentai footage, more accurate to what it looked like. And this was done specifically, it was asked to be done like that. You can get this with the black lines if you want them. Let's take a look at the inside. So I'm just gonna open this up, and again, it's magnet, so you just pull it open. Now that has pros and cons as well, and I'll show you why. So taking a look at the inside, I'm just gonna pop that open. So there's some, it's not even really like a foam padding layer. There's just foam in there to make it a little bit more comfortable than a gigantic hard shell around your face. I'm not sure how much you're going to be able to see through the visor. If anything, probably not. That's the other thing too. Not only are these, I'll call it a suffocation claustrophobic helmet, but you can barely see out of them too, and especially when you're breathing. If you wear glasses and you've ever like opened the dishwasher and it fogs up, these things fog up within seconds, so there's like a spray that you can put on the inside to fix that. But yeah, so this is what the inside of a cosplay helmet looks like. Nothing too interesting in there, but that's what a cosplay helmet generally looks like. Some different makers, obviously there's different makers too. Some line the whole thing with foam. You know, depending on who you get it from, it's going to look a little bit different on the inside, and obviously the paint job and the finish is going to be different as well. So now, what are the pros and cons of clips versus magnets? Well, the clips, if you're a Sentai purist, you're not going to want the clips. It doesn't look the same. But when you are maybe walking around a con, or maybe if you're at an event, or if you're just moving your head a lot, let's say you're filming something, the clips are helpful, especially for a tight fit like this. Because what happens is, when it's so tight, if I even move my jaw a little bit, helmet opens. If I move my head back, helmet opens, and then you gotta refit everything, which can be quite annoying. I'm gonna demonstrate that for you now. And sorry, the first thing that I'll do is I'll move my jaw and watch it open, and then after that, I'll just move my head around and you'll see it open. That's from moving my jaw. That's it. Alright, so now I'm just gonna go like this with my head, and you'll see it's gonna open again. Something to think about. The Red Ranger helmet in particular is a tiny helmet. If it's like a casted from the show where it's meant to be that size. Just letting you know. And let's take a look at the Lightning Collection helmet. Now, I just received this in the mail. I haven't even opened it yet, so this kind of counts as an unboxing as well. So, take a look at the box. Comes with its own stand, which is pretty cool already. Like, I had to buy this little mannequin head thing that you saw earlier. It's like a little mannequin head. This comes with its own stand. Let me go ahead and open this up. So already I can see some things that I noticed that's different. Okay. This is the Lightning Collection Red Ranger helmet. And I gotta say, the sculpt itself, like, it looks at first glance like a really good shape. I love the shape of it. The shape is great. It's definitely, like, obviously it's made of plastic, and that's going to change the color a little bit. It's definitely not as red as the Cosplay helmet, which I'll hold both of them up in a moment. It almost looks like a faded red. It is a shiny plastic, but you don't get the gloss look. Listen, I'm not complaining, I'm just comparing. So the paint job in places is, you know, I don't know if you could see it, but there's a little, like, the black lines are not as even as I thought that they would be, but they're not bad. They're definitely not bad. You get the black outline around the eyes and everything, which looks good. Oh, you know, wait, are those clips or are those not clips? Those are not clips, I don't think. They just open. It just opens. It just has fake clips. Interesting, okay. So, let me open this up so you can see the inside. The inside is definitely different. So it has these straps in here, and I'm guessing that's just to fit to your head. You know, because I'm sure a lot of kids are going to be wearing this as well. This is also, just to mention, this is a lot smaller than the Legacy helmet, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. The Legacy helmet looked ridiculous to me, personally, and it was way too big. It was gigantic. This is definitely smaller, probably around the size of the Cosplay helmet, but still a little bigger. Definitely from back to front. Let's take a look, see if you can see through the visor. Now, it's, oh yeah, I can see through the visor, like this. So this visor, I can already tell as well, if I go like this, it is not tinted as much as the actual Cosplay helmet, so this is much lighter. Now, that's great for, like, walking around a con, that's great. But for pictures, you might have to darken the pictures in the eyes a little bit, because you might be able to see the cosplayer inside. I don't know, that might be the look that you're going for, but this is definitely lighter. So, let me go ahead and try this thing on. You know, that looks really cool. And there's a reason, but I'm not going to be able to tell you, I'm not going to really be able to explain it to you, but there's a reason why this whole strap contraption inside is awesome. I don't know if you guys can even hear me, I hope you can. Sorry guys, if you weren't able to hear me, so this whole strap piece is actually pretty cool. I like that. They had that in the Legacy as well, and what that basically does is that elevates the helmet in a way that it's more comfortable on your head. It's not just like the whole like shell is just up against your face. It almost levitates the helmet around you, which is definitely nice. There's also less of a chin area, so the chin is not like scooping against your neck like this. So that you can speak a little bit easier. So basically, it's definitely roomier, which is nice. So yeah, it's definitely roomier. And the strap also kind of makes it stay on your head a little bit better, which is nice. I gotta say though, the color is throwing me off a little bit. And I don't know if it's capturing on the camera, but let me compare the two colors now. So that you can get an idea, and we'll compare the size. Yes, you could definitely see it here. This is the Cosplay helmet. This is the Lightning Collection. Honestly, they don't look that different, right when you first look at it. But this is definitely smaller, which again is closer to the size of what it would be on the show. And now the other thing is the color of this is throwing me off a little bit. Now I have bright lights on, but still, this is definitely more rich and looks more red. This looks like a like a faded red. I don't know what it is, and that's, if it didn't look like that, I think I'd like it a little bit more. So the other thing that I've noticed as well, and I actually don't really see it, well, yeah, now I see it, but, so when you're looking at this straight on, right, if you're looking at the mouthpiece and you look at the red that goes around the mouthpiece, it's pretty thin, right? It kind of like, almost like a guitar pick, it kind of like makes, it thins out at the chin, and that's the way it's supposed to look. The Lightning Collection kinda is like bulbous. It's kind of big around the cheeks. It almost looks like the helmet like has cheeks full of food. You know, so again, it's not bad. It's not even, I'm looking at it, it's not even that bad, but I definitely notice it in pictures. Like when I was looking at this online, you see that. It definitely looks good. This is a great helmet, especially I would say for kids, for getting their first helmet. This is amazing. You would even be able to, I would say you can cosplay with this. It's not like you can't cosplay with this. It might be a little bit of a brighter red than your actual spandex, but this is, in my opinion, way better than the Legacy one, and better than like the, obviously the plastic helmets that come with Halloween costumes. So, you know, this is definitely a good purchase. You know, oh, you know what? Let's put it on the stand and see what it looks like. You know, the part of the reason why I like the mannequin head is because it looks like the hero collar. It looks kind of like the neck. This doesn't look bad either. You know, there's definitely a size difference. Also, the visor looks like it's a little bit of a different shape. I don't know. Like, again, this almost looks like a toy blown up. This looks like the helmet they wear on the show. Depending on what you want to buy, get whatever you want. Like, I know that you guys know that I'm pretty opinionated about this stuff. I don't hate this. This is pretty awesome, actually. And if I were a kid, I'd be stoked to have this. But if you're a cosplayer, and you were thinking about, hey, maybe should I grab a Lightning helmet for cosplay, I would personally still probably go with a cosplay creator. Just saying. That's my opinion. I told you I'd give my opinion towards the end of the video. That's my opinion. If you just want a helmet to look awesome on a shelf, and you want a budget-friendly one, this thing was like, I think it was like 90 bucks from Best Buy. Maybe like 80 or 90 bucks. These are obviously more expensive, but they're from private makers, and they're made to order, and they're for cosplay. They're for a different thing. You know, that gives you an idea of what the differences are, and hopefully maybe this has helped you either decide on what you want to buy, or helped you decide what you don't want to get. So now that you've seen them both, which one would you get? I mean, do you want something that sits on the shelf, super budget friendly, and also looks great? Or are you a cosplayer? Do you want something that looks like, hey, you just stepped off the screen and into reality? Also, what would you like to see unboxed? What would you like to see compared? Let me know in the comments. It definitely helps give me ideas on what I should do my next videos on. So, if you've made it to this point in the video, I can only imagine that you are a Power Rangers fan. So make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can keep up with all of my videos. You could also follow me on social media, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat. I'm most active on Instagram. So thank you for joining me, all you Ranger fans. Be good and may the power protect you.